Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today to revisit Battleworld, Marvel Strike Force's newest game mode that was released last week. And it's been quite some time since a new game mode has been added, but just wanted to share my thoughts. Please drop your guys' comments and thoughts below as well, because I'm curious what you think as well, because to be honest, now that we've had a little over a week to experience the first week of Battleworld and going forward, it's some not so great feedback, right? I mean, the time that we need to go through all the different waves and modes for the rewards, I don't know if it's there. When I think back to, the fun and engaging content in the game, if you think about the raids, Dark Dimension, especially raids, right? I think raids is a great example because this consistently, both Orcus and Spotlight, they give you good rewards on a daily basis, and as well, oh, sorry, that's a bad example, on a daily basis. As well, it's helping your roster build towards something, right? And in a meaningful way, you're doing the highest difficulty right now. We're getting like 20 plus, almost 30 orbs of, obviously working towards Dark Dimension 7 characters and ultimately Mephisto. Now, with Battleworld, obviously the one exclusive thing that this is rewarding for us is now Ice-Wave Purple. But for the level of effort that we need to put into it versus the payout, I think that's where we probably need to see some revisions, right? And even if you think about the first week that we completed, most folks likely would have only gotten 3 shards of null. And mathematically, it's going to take like 4 or 5 months to actually get his unlock, which ironically is probably the time they need to figure out, what null's actual kit's going to be for us players versus the actual boss, right? But yeah, I mean, even stuff like the actual rewards coming from the siege rewards, right? The components that you can actually go back to the store, even this is pretty underwhelming. I think after the first week we were able to purchase, I think, almost close to 10 shards, which is meaningful. It helps out, but isn't enough for the level of effort that we're putting in. That is something they need to review. I think to make this game mode more engaging, more meaningful, I definitely think there's some quality of life aspects that they need to add. For example, right, if you recall last week, we have to do each and every zone day by day, but there's some that you don't really need to do, meaningful attacks. Like, you could just auto the whole thing, and mind you, it doesn't take a lot of effort, but the point is that it takes forever to go through some of these waves. And what would really be nice is kind of what they did with the raids, right? Some of the raids can take a bit, and especially 5 minutes per node. They added the raid sim feature. Maybe if they added the Battleworld sim feature, this would actually be a huge hit. I think that would be a massive improvement for something that's so repetitive every day. And especially now that these Battleworld missions, this is going to take a total of 6 days, right? It starts on Monday, and by the time you finish and clear null, that's on Saturday. 6 days out of the 7 days being utilized for game mode without some sort of quality of life feature, it eats up quite a bit of time, because you still need to be going in and doing the autos, even if it doesn't require a lot of difficulty or highly built teams. It's still the effort of doing that on top of everything else in the game, like war, like raids, like going through Crucible if you care, like war, honestly, and arena, obviously, at the end of the day, if you care about power cores too, right? There's just so much going on in the game that I do think that they did not think about the big picture in terms of players, even casual players, like highly engaged like myself every day. It eats up a bit of time every single time you do this. So for that reason, they have to make the rewards kind of meaningful and worth it, right? In my honest opinion. Now, having said that, the nice thing that they did recently add into the rewards here was not this one, but the ranked leaderboards, is that they added in the diamond here of X-Men Emma Frost. So you can see here now, if you scroll through all the rest of it, right, this obviously ends in 19 days, which is over 2 weeks, but top 1000 alliances are going to get a 1 diamond of Emma Frost X-Men. So that's incentive. There's also going to be some additional Ice-Wave Purple there. So I think the season payout is actually decent. I think this is okay, but it's the day-to-day. It's going through every attack, every wave, every time. I feel like there could be higher Battleworld stores or rewards, or better yet, maybe just add in a quality of life option so that we can actually streamline this game mode a little bit better, just like the other ones, right? And that's what I mean. I think the effort to reward isn't there compared to other game modes, where when we do put in kind of this continual effort on a daily basis or weekly basis, we do get rewarded for it, and I think that's kind of the issue, right? And And with how this was executed and kind of the level of of attention that this game mode has kind of garnered, especially given the public marketing, the strike time stream sessions that they've had to address questions and concerns, I feel like they put a lot of time and money and effort into this. So, obviously we don't want this to fail, but it's not looking good right now. I mean, right now, in some ways, ironically, some ways, Blitz is better than Battleworld right now because of just having a sim feature and being able to spend minimal time, but still able to get the rewards, right? For bang for buck, if you will. Same with RTA. I mean, RTA died pretty quickly, but I mean, the good news with this one was that you only needed to do a few battles a day to get the objectives before, and then obviously they just phased it out completely. So unfortunately, I don't know. I think that's kind of where it's headed if this is the holding pattern that they expect for Battleworld, guys. But anyways, it's been over a week now. The rewards are pretty underwhelming. The effort and engagement is pretty bad. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in comments below. I'm curious to hear back what your feelings are. It's just whenever this resets at our time, it's just kind of a slug, right? We just want to go through the attacks, see whatever we can spec up, and obviously even that was designed very, very poorly. You can go on a tangent on that, but yeah, guys, honestly, just giving my honest 2 cents as a player. Unfortunately, this was a pretty exciting game mode that we were all hyped up about, but fell quite off the mark here. So hopefully there's some improvements coming in the future. I know they've already gotten some feedback from content creators and the envoys, obviously those from the test server and so forth, but this is it's pretty daunting to see that this is the finished product, because it does feel like it's becoming more of a chore, among everything else, obviously, but at least some of the other content in the game that is kind of chore in nature does feel more fun. Whereas Battleworld, maybe the higher difficulties will have a different story, but yeah, even difficulty 3 right now, we're just coasting in, and maybe in the higher levels we'll have a bit more fun. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.